60% of the population of the modern world has consistent, everyday back pain. That is because their back isn't rotating right, their muscles are not firing in the correct order, they're not squeezing their glutes enough. By practicing heavy club swinging, you will reestablish the correct movement patterns, and people will learn to squeeze all the right muscles. They will learn to stand up better. Back pain tends to disappear just by practicing a heavy club progressive program. Club swinging is the way that people developed strength and power for all of their movements, for survival, for life, for warfare, for almost all of human history. You will find representations of this in museums everywhere in the world. We just seem to have forgotten a lot about it in the modern world. But think of heavy club swinging as Olympic lifting for every time in history before barbells. The outside circle is the opposite of our inside circle. We practice them equally. We're going to review the inside circle, then we're going to talk about the outside circle. When we step up to the club, we're going to point our feet straight ahead because that's the way humans are supposed to walk. We are not going to do these swinging exercises with our feet turned out because our knee will do something weird. Focus on pointing your feet straight ahead. If your feet move when you're doing something, if one foot moves specifically, that means that you're not standing in the center yet. You're standing in one hip and one foot is floating around. That is very common. You just need to be aware of it so you can learn to stand in the center. Point 2 feet straight ahead, thumbs point towards the sky, stack your hands on top of each other, pick the club up. In a previous video, we talked about inside circle with 2 hands and single hand. Inside means top hand moves across our body. Rotate, push, swing, pull, catch, come back to center. After we practice that in a long program, a multi-year program, we take away the bottom hand and we learn to do it with one hand. When we do it with one hand, we will find out if our left and our right hand are moving equally. Most people do not move equally well with their left and right hand because people have one good hand. 95% of the world is right-handed, so that will be stronger. With heavy club swinging, we strive to balance the left and right side of our spine, our left and our right shoulder, elbow, feet, ankles, hips. Everything should move equally well because it helps us prolong our athletic lifespan. When one thing is hurt, our body compensates. We start an injury cycle. We get more hurt over time and we start to age. We do not have to do that if we balance our body. The opposite of inside is outside. We're going to have our top hand move away from our body with 2 hands. Push, swing, pull, catch. Come back to center, rotate across. Push, swing, pull, catch, come back to center. Eventually, we take away that bottom hand, we move our hand to the bottom of the club, and we rotate. All the movements are the same. This starts from the opposite leg. Push, swing, pull, catch. Elbow on hip, rotate across. Push, swing, pull, catch. Rotate all the way across. Push, swing, pull, catch, rotate all the way across. When we come through the center position, focus on standing all the way up. Most people will have bent legs or their tailbone jutting out. Straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone underneath. When your tailbone is tucked underneath, you will support your back. 60% of the population of the modern world has consistent, everyday back pain. That is because their back isn't rotating right, their muscles are not firing in the correct order, they're not squeezing their glutes enough. By practicing heavy club swinging, you will reestablish the correct movement patterns and people will learn to squeeze all the right muscles. They will learn to stand up better. Back pain tends to disappear just by practicing a heavy club progressive program. There are always 4 cues here. Push, swing, pull, catch. Push, swing, pull, catch. How you catch is important. Elbow to hip. Come back to center. Stand all the way up. Squeeze the glutes. Rotate across. Push, swing, pull, catch. Come back to center. Errors that people will make in the beginning, if they don't do enough two-handed training first, they will try to bend their elbow as they swing across. They will hike their shoulder up. They will get worse instead of better because they're not lining up their structure the way that it should line up. The goal is shoulder down, arm straight, elbow lock. The club will tip Wrist points as we swing across. Thumb is towards the sky. It rotates. Thumb is towards the sky again. My foot does not move. I pull my elbow to my hip. I learn to decelerate the weight without hitting myself in the teeth with a giant club. On accident, by practicing heavy club, you will essentially learn power and grace. You accelerate, all your bones have to be in the right spot, or the club will wobble. Accelerate the club, which is power, and decelerate the club, which is also a way to train power, the negative. Your body has to be in the right spot, or the club will hit you in the face. Almost everybody in the modern population is capable of learning this. The most important part is that we get rid of this mindset where we're just trying to do faster, more now. Clubs are a lifelong pursuit, and they should take many years. Think of this like Neolithic Olympic lifting protocols. Big levers mimic all the things that people have done for human history, which is operate tools. Hammers, axes, shovels, that allowed people to build civilization. Those civilizations have endured so that we got to the point now where we have camera phones and everything else, but we have lost the movement patterns that define us as humanity. Focus on putting them back in. Inside circle and outside circle are the basics of it, and then it gets more advanced over time. Make sure you do an equal number with the inside on both hands and an equal number on outside with both hands.